You ever sit there, thinking about everything you want to do, but your body just won't move? You dream big. You've got ideas, goals, maybe even a vision board somewhere gathering dust. You know what you could be, but for some reason, you're not doing it. You scroll. You procrastinate. You tell yourself you'll start tomorrow, and deep down that voice whispers, maybe I'm just lazy. But you're not lazy. You're overwhelmed. You're stuck between who you are and who you want to be, and that gap feels impossible to cross. Let's talk about that. You see, being ambitious but lazy is one of the most painful contradictions you can live with, because you see your potential, clear as day. You feel it burning inside you every time you see someone doing what you wish you could. And that hurts. You're not lost. You're not broken. You're just tired. Tired of wanting so much and doing so little. Maybe you've tried before, started a project, made a plan, told yourself this time it's different. But then after a few days, the motivation fades, the self-doubt creeps in, and suddenly you're back where you started, watching videos about motivation. And every time that happens, you lose a little more trust in yourself. You start believing that you're the problem, that maybe you don't have what it takes. But here's the truth, you do. You just never learned how to move when you don't feel like moving. Let's be honest, motivation isn't your issue. You've felt it before. Those random surges of energy where you want to change your life overnight. The problem is, you rely on it. You wait for the feeling to come before you act. But successful people, they don't wait to feel ready. They act without it. Think about this. The human brain is designed to conserve energy. It doesn't care about your dreams, and it just wants comfort, safety, and predictability. So when you try to do something new, hard, or uncertain, your brain resists. It whispers, let's do it later. And because it feels logical, you agree. But that's the trap. You're not lazy. You're just stuck in a cycle of overthinking, perfectionism, and fear disguised as procrastination. See, ambition is a double-edged sword. The bigger your dream, the heavier it feels to carry. You think you need the perfect plan, perfect mindset, or perfect timing to start. But perfection is just fear dressed up as preparation. So, what happens? You plan instead of doing. You research instead of executing. You tell yourself, I'll start when I'm ready. But you never feel ready. Because readiness isn't something that arrives. It's something you build through doing. And here's something most people never realize. Action creates motivation, not the other way around. When you take one small step, your brain gets a hit of progress. You start to feel capable. That feeling builds momentum, and momentum beats motivation every single time. So how do you break out of this loop? Start small, ridiculously small. Don't set out to change your entire life today, just make a move. Write one sentence, do one push-up, read one page. Your brain will scream, that's not enough. Ignore it, because small actions don't just build habits, they build identity. Each time you do something you said you would, you're rewriting your self-image. You're teaching yourself, I'm someone who follows through, and that's where real power comes from. Here's a trick. Stop asking yourself, what do I feel like doing? Start asking, what would the future version of me do? Would they scroll on their phone for another hour? Or would they get up and make progress, no matter how small? You already know the answer. Now, one more thing, and stop waiting for a big burst of change. Discipline isn't fireworks. It's quiet. It's boring. It's doing small, consistent things that no one claps for. And if you can fall in love with that, the quiet grind, you'll start to see yourself become the person you always wanted to be. But you've got to make peace with the truth. You can't think your way into change. You can only act your way into it. Start messy. Start scared. Just don't stay still, because every day you delay is another day you reinforce the idea that you can't do it. And you can. You just have to prove it to yourself. One small, boring, consistent action at a time. You're not lazy. You're not broken. You're just stuck between your potential and your habits. And every day you choose action, even the smallest one, you close that gap. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to start. So if you've been waiting for a sign, this is it. Get up. Do one small thing right now. And remember, The person you want to become is built in silence, one quiet choice at a time. Now go make that choice.